Hey guys, what's up? It's Meg, and this is my very first podcast. So, I've been wanting to make a podcast for a while now. Ever since living in California, I not only wanted to make YouTube videos, but really wanted to put myself out there as much as possible. I would say I've always been a creative type of person, and that is what I like to do. So, something I have not included in a YouTube video before, something I have never spoken about to my friends, to my family, and to you guys watching these videos: school. Am I going to school? Was I going to school? Did I drop out of school? And I've never really spoken about it and never been comfortable. So I figured, what better way to talk about this than on a podcast where it doesn't matter how I look, it doesn't matter if the camera angle is correct, it doesn't matter if the lighting for the video is good, but 100% about my voice and my opinion and me talking. I am happy that I decided to start this podcast off with the very first episode about school. We're just going to hop right into school. Am I still going to school? The answer is no. No, I am not. I would say I've always been a very good student, kind of. Ever since elementary school, ever since kindergarten, principal's honor roll, AB honor roll, whatever it was, I was always on it, especially from a young age. And my mom was very strict on grades. She really cared if we got an A C was not acceptable, and a B, we could have done better. And that's just the way my mom was, and I do not hold it against her. That's how she was, and that's fine. So from a young age, grades was always very important to me. Acing the test, acing the homework, acing the whatever it was always very important. I would say I kind of always hated school just because of the pressure it brought of always bringing home a good grade and the stress of it. I always had the ability to do good in school, but I feel like once I got to middle school, I already had enough of the stress of school, the stress of good grades, the stress of always getting an A. I think school is a lot of pressure, for sure. It's like a bunch of assignments from a bunch of classes. Obviously, there would be some very difficult teachers that were very hard to deal with and very hard to ace their class. There's always that class that is impossible to get an A in for some reason because the teacher's very strict. And this is just my opinion. I am not bringing down anyone who loves school or goes to school or who has good grades. This is my personal experience with school. So basically, high school is a whole different story that I might talk about in a different video. But at the end of the day, I did graduate high school. I wanted to give it my all in college, but I wanted to stay in my hometown. So I attended the community college called Miami-Dade College. I took some summer classes. As soon as I graduated high school, I hopped right into summer classes. I really put my full effort into summer classes, and they were very short, so a lot of tests within a very short amount of time and all of that. So I aced my English summer class, and I got a B in my very hard biology class, and of course I was proud, and I went on to the fall semester of college. I started taking my fall semester and I started playing around with acting. I started playing around with being on camera. I started playing around with my whole creative side again because I just got into it some way, somehow. And once I started getting back into art and creativeness, I kind of would say I strayed away from school. I realized how unhappy I was and how school wasn't going to get me anywhere in life that I wanted to be in. I could have gone to school, I could have gotten a degree, and I could have worked an office job. But that is just not something I was interested in. I decided to drop out of college. Of course, in the day and age that we live in, that's like the most rebellious thing you can do, dropping out of school. You're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to go to school. You're supposed to go to college. You're supposed to get your degree. You're supposed to start working. You're supposed to owe money to your school. And when I decided to drop out of school, I couldn't share it with my mom. I could not share it with my dad. I could not share it with family members or friends. It was something that I had to keep 100% to myself. Why? Because if I was to say something to someone, they would just, argue with me about why I'm not going to school. I don't think anyone has the right to tell someone what to do with their life. At the end of the day, it was really hard to come to the conclusion that I was going to leave school just because my whole life I've been taught college. Life was about going to school and getting a job. That was the norm for me. I've never been taught anything else. No one's ever spoken to me about the alternative. Is there another route? No, college is the only way to go. That's it. That's why it was so hard and weird for me to come to the conclusion that I was going to drop out of college. And I couldn't tell anyone. And that was fine. I had never felt so relieved when I made the decision that what I wanted to do in my life had nothing to do with school. And no one's going to understand that, really. No one can understand that because everyone is at a different place in life. Everyone has a different purpose in this life, and no one's gonna understand what someone else is going through, and no one's gonna understand what someone else wants to do, really. I have a passion, and I would not be okay with not pursuing it. So that is why I left school. I want to put my 100% strive, my 100% energy into creating. I want to create videos. I want to create content. I want to create podcasts. I want to be a very honest, outspoken person. I left school and I started attending acting classes. I did that for a while and I learned a little. And then I started taking my time and making YouTube videos. I was learning how to film. I was learning how to talk on camera. I was learning how to edit videos and how to share my life with the world, which I was never taught to be that way. I was never taught to share. I was taught to keep my life private, keep my problems private, keep my thoughts private, and that's fine. I want to have a different type of life that I was taught to have. No one is going to understand that, and I understand that. I started making YouTube videos, and a while ago, I would say a good year ago, Kevin, my boyfriend, and we took a vacation to California. We fell in love with the sights, we fell in love with the West Coast, and we knew we wanted to go back. When we came back to Miami, we started saving some money, but things come up. You have to pay things, you have to pay bills, you have to pay things that come up, and something always comes up. Me and Kevin were living at his parents' house, and we ended up leaving sooner than we thought we would, and we decided to go straight to California. We lived there for a while, and we learned a lot while we were over there. We had a lot of privacy, which was very beneficial, and we came back to Miami. I will explain why we came back to Miami in another YouTube video, but for this video, it was mainly about school. I'm not saying you should not go to school. I'm not saying I shouldn't have gone to school. I'm just saying school was not for me, okay? School was not for me, and that is perfectly fine. If school's for you, that is perfectly fine. If I choose to not go to school, that's perfectly fine. I do have to do something with my life, and I'm trying to make something of myself, but hearing all these negative opinions about taking an alternative route that's not school and not taking the normal route is just not okay. Because, you can't tell someone how to live their life. You have your own and they have their own, and that's pretty much it. So I'm not going to turn this video into a negative rant. I'm not going to turn this video into something bad because it's not. It's me just letting you guys know that I did not go to school and why I chose to not go to school. And I'm just a creative person who wants to create things. That's pretty much it. This podcast is shorter than I'm assuming the other ones will be, just because it's the first one and I'm kind of playing with it. And I thought this would be a good topic to start out the podcast because I haven't spoken about it yet, and I didn't want to do it with a camera in front of my face, and I thought a podcast would be kind of cool. If you guys enjoyed hearing me talk, give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and leave a comment down below about what you guys think. I want to be able to talk openly to you guys. I want to be able to be very honest. And I know I have some family and some friends watching this video right now. If you didn't agree with what I said, that's fine. Like I said, not everyone's gonna agree. And if you agreed, that's fine too. And honestly, I hope each and every one of you guys are doing what you guys want to do with your life. And if I didn't word that correctly, I'm sorry. But I hope you're living your best life. Just like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more podcasts, stay tuned for more videos, and stay tuned for more content. If you're not already, go follow my Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. My account is Megan Taylor Bunt. And if you're not already, add me on Snapchat. It's Megan with 3Ns_TB. For more information, look at the link in description and subscribe. All right, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Peace out.